A lot of the data I'll be including in this video will be from a Twitter thread made by TID. A link to it will be in the description. Did you know that if you totaled the hours people streamed on the DreamSMP, you'd get about 8,061 hours, which is equivalent to 336 days. Did you also know that out of those 336 days of content, 50 days are lost? That means that 1,200 hours are just unavailable and have therefore become lost media. Lost media, according to Wikipedia, is any piece of media thought to no longer exist in any format, or for which no copies can be located. That could be a drawing you did as a kid that you can't find, or an old silent film whose tape has been wiped, or, in this case, Twitch stream VODs which have become completely lost. In recent years, the term lost media is also used more broadly, now used to include media that is simply inaccessible to the general public, like VODs which have, since being published, become privated. While the DreamSMP has, in recent years, become synonymous with pedophiles and morally reprehensible individuals, it's easy to understate how much of a titan this thing was to neurodivergent teens in lockdown. It was completely unavoidable. It was easy to get into and had all the characters a 13-year-old needed to project their own personal traumas and fears onto. You had the villain, the morally grey, the bubbly main character and the innocent sidekick, the gay couples, the woman, the trans character, the character who unintentionally haunted the narrative for years to come. I mean, this thing was crazy. It was practically a movement with how many fans and followers this thing had, which makes it all the more surprising at the lack of archives, especially with so many pieces of lore for the characters. In usual circumstances, that is the norm. Streams often become lost since they disappear after a set period on platforms like Twitch. They become lost media, like TV broadcasts in the 20th century that have since been taped over and forgotten. Take Doctor Who for example. While the number of episodes lost in the 60s and 70s is debated, with the numbers ranging from 97 to 156 episodes, there is no doubt that there are numerous episodes lost from the first 6 years of the show airing. Losing episodes in stream VODs has simply become part of the larger cycle of lost media. Although I'm comparing it to Doctor Who, the loss of DreamSMP VODs doesn't mean it's a big loss, not in the way that losing multiple episodes of a popular TV show might be. If we take a look at the percentages of missing VODs per member, no offense meant by this, but the streamers who are missing most VODs weren't the most popular on the SMP. It's mainly people who streamed a lot but weren't that popular. Puns, Michael McChill, Ponk, H-Bomb, and Frost. Michael McChill is quite interesting as well because he joined the server in May of 2021, and if we look at the number of DreamSMP streams over the 5 years since its creation, by May of 2021 it had already seen a rapid decline. The lack of public interest in the server at that time was most likely the reason for the lack of accessible VODs. Another reason could be the lack of official VOD channels owned by the creator themselves, therefore leaving the archival of their streams to fans who didn't always have access to the VODs in the first place. Creators may have also taken issue with fan-made VOD channels because, despite the fans' intentions being pure, the channels often blurred the lines between piracy and preservation. They are literally uploading content they didn't make and gaining views and subscribers from it. Even if the creator owned their VOD channel, they might be inclined to private the videos as well for reasons like DMCA strikes, controversy, or just personal regret. A lot of streamers were very young at the time, and I could see why they wouldn't want a video of their 15-year-old self role-playing on a Minecraft server out in public. But why is this whole thing even an issue? Why do people even want to watch old videos of streamers they don't watch anymore? Well, with the romanticisation of what the DreamSMP was like at its peak, if you take a step onto social media platforms you'll see that the fanbase is still alive and well, then it's no surprise that people want to re-watch it and chase the nostalgia. Although we all know they're trying to chase the happiness they felt as a 13-year-old in a dangerously parasocial relationship. Streams were considered holy grails. It was like a whole event to watch one, and you best believe that if you missed one, you'd need to catch up as quickly as you could before someone else went live. So over the years, I suppose it's no surprise that the streams have developed a sort of mythos around them. Archive sites like DreamSMP series, which I'll have a link for in the description, have dedicated their platforms to ordering and finding streams, and lots of people have dedicated their time to finding old streams, scanning old YouTube videos and clips for some evidence that they once existed. But for such a cult-like following on the DreamSMP, where if you were streaming on the server, you were streaming on the server, it's odd that so much of it has been lost. With views peaking at 650,000 on Twitch with Tommy in it, and at 850,000 on YouTube with Technoblade, it's strange that so much of it is just gone. It's not just streams either. Scrap videos like George Not Found's I Tricked Twitter and Sorry Boys episodes that were never released. and planned lore that was never executed, like DreamXD and Carl Jacobs' lore stream. It is a marvel that so many hundreds of hours have been lost, especially in this day and age where it seems like everything is documented and nothing is forgotten, and every action you do online will leave a permanent stain on everything it touches. Despite its massive influence, not even the DreamSMP is invulnerable to becoming lost media. I'll end this video with a Bo Burnham quote from his song Welcome to YouTube. I got drunk at a party and I think someone was videotaping it, but I don't want anyone to see it because I showed half of my boob. Welcome to YouTube. Say goodbye to your college scholarship and it will keep going and it will never stop until it becomes privatized. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's short and it's pretty different to the other videos that I've been making, but expect more like this in the future. I have at least like a dozen ideas bumping around in my head.